Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you how I'm picking the beads for my next project. The next project will be a grapevine tree of life in a heart shape. So I will be going through my collection of beads and I'll share it with you for a little while. Let's just relax and pick through. I decided to go with the greens, the blues, and some of the golden colors because why not? And I love the colors that are on my birds on the wreath shape itself. So what I do is I take a very long piece of wire, which I use all the time. I save this for this particular reason. Make a little mess at the end so I don't lose my beads. And then I just pick them up. If they fit on my wire, I know they'll fit on my project. These beads have been in my collection for a very long time. They have been picked through, not selected, and just extra beads that I didn't use for a particular project. So I just put them all aside, and this is what I ended up with. We're going to keep with the natural tones, natural colors, some blues. I would probably throw in some crystals, that never hurt. We'll add a little bit of pretty. But this is nothing. These have already been picked through. 4 greens, but this is only a small amount of my collection. I just figured this would be a good place to start. Look how pretty. These are all very natural. And these are going to look really super pretty in the next project, just for fun. And I'm sharing it with you just because. Now that particular shape I hope inspires you to go into your craft store. That was bought at Hobby Lobby, and they have many of items similar to that and that. Metal frames, metal wreaths, metal all kinds of metal things that you can, metal forms that you can put a tree of life in, and it'll be beautiful. You can use seed beads. I just happen to have these, and this is what I'm going with. So I just pick them up, and when I get a whole bunch, I'll drop a few, and then I just go like that and put them in the containers that I'll be working out of very soon. I am really excited to work on this project. I have several. I actually have a huge, I'm going to have to pull my big round circle up because it will not fit on my workspace. And it's the shape of a butterfly. And it's all open in swirls and very beautiful. And I've been looking at butterflies and photos, and I'm thinking of oranges and reds, and then I change my mind to blues and greens. And then I change my mind again and think, it doesn't have to be realistic. It's my butterfly. I just want it to be beautiful. Some of these are really big, probably why they weren't selected for certain projects. But they're selected for this one. And I'm even going to stick with some tiger eye because why not? It looks branchy. And some, I'll just throw a few crystals in there as well. I might just dump some into my work. Throw some clear ones in there. Got some beautiful blues. And these are all chakra beads. So this is going to be a beautiful healing tree of life in a heart shape with a grapevine feel to it. That's the vibe. I needed to relax, and who better to do it with than you? I'll show you how I'm preparing, and this also explains where I got my beads from. Like I said, these have already been picked out, so you'll see most of these are, well, they are all greens. Seed beads, end caps, you name it, they're all there. Usually I let this thing go. It's about 3 feet long. I just want to pick out the greens that are in this little collection. I do have another whole container full of the greens. I just want to pick these ones out for now, and then I'm going to bring my big container over, and we'll pick through that. I haven't picked through that in a long time. Pretty much because I pulled all the greens out for other projects. I had a fan on, it was a little warm. How pretty, look at that. I like this vibe right here. This is what I'm going for. That will look really beautiful. Tell me what you think about the colors. Got some lapis in there. So before I pick more, I'm going to show you one more time the frame. And this is the inspiration for the colors, even the blue lapis, because of this. I want my tree to be very rustic and beautiful. And I'm going to make it different than most trees. I will be using 18 gauge aluminum wire around the roots to have it blend in to the shape, the grapevine at the bottom, and then I'll be putting in other wire. Well, we're going to have some fun. I'm going to show you lots of new things with this project. Like I said, this one's just for fun. It will be something that I love. The Tree of Life, Suncatcher, only different and exciting. And I will show you how to twist out the tree from the roots to the top, everything in between. I will share my entire project with you. I hope that inspires you to pick up a shape other than a hoop. As much as I love the hoops, I also like to change it up just a little bit every now and then. You notice I do have a lot of green seed beads in here. I have not picked any up. Well, maybe I will. I don't have to pull out the crystals from here. I've got containers full of them. I can just sprinkle some in. But I may as well pick them up while I'm here, and then when we start working, decide then what goes on my tree. And pretty much anything that is on my wire that goes into this little container is 100% approved and accepted just to be beautiful. No misfit beads here, just the unchosen ones for other projects. I was going to just dump all these into my bowl, but then I'd have to sort through them. So doing it this way, I've already selected by size, shape, and color what I'd consider putting on my tree. A lot of these I would not. And we have a little bit of wire in there, some end caps. These are just, like I said, part of my collection. What I'd like to do now, just pick up a few more. I will pause you, and then I will move this and then bring in my big collection, and we'll pick through that. And I'll show you where my inspiration comes from and some of the colors that I'll be using on my butterfly. I've already picked through. Oh, wait till you see what I've come up with. Okay, so I think right now I'm gonna, not that, oh no. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna put these away and get my big collection. So this big bucket is my big collection of bead soup, and these are some of what I've picked through for my butterfly. That is massive. It's huge. And that's just for fun. That one will not be a tree of life. It will, however, be the most beautiful sun catcher I think I've ever made. Look at the shapes in here. This will fit absolutely lovely on the shape and the body of my butterfly that I will be doing with you, just for fun. So now, let's just get the end of this wire. As you can see, you'll see little scraps of wire and end caps because, like I said, I've worked over this container for many, many projects, and I don't care enough to pick them out. Instead, I'll just pick these up and string on whatever I think will fit on my wire that I'll use. So when I actually work on the grapevine tree of life, I'll have already selected my beads, and everything that's on and in my bowl and on my wire will work. I'll get some yellows in there. I don't know about that one. I do like the tiger eye and the earthy ones. It just looks very tree-like. Peridot, one of my favorites for this project. If I can pick it up. There we go. Just slide them down. And pick up some more. The ones that I've already picked up are quite large, so we'll use some small as well. Just like that. Take a look at these colors. And we'll just add them into the mix. Oops, got a jumper. That's okay. And a kink in my wire. Just slide them out. And this is what we have so far. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. So many beautiful beads in here. What do you think of my collection? Can I tell you this took me years and years of saving and not even realizing what I actually had until I opened up all these little bags of beads. And honestly, I was surprised. Don't throw things away. Don't throw away your wire. If you take apart a project, which I do, I've taken them apart. Save your beads, take a loss on your wire, strip your hoop, get over it, and try again. Don't give up, and don't throw stuff away. It's hard to take them all apart sometimes, but it's crazy worth it. Look what I have here. This is going to work on my project because I know how to save, and I'm excited to share this with you. I was actually going to just do it on my own and just enjoy sitting down working, but I decided I can pull this together with you. I'm excited to start putting my roots onto my tree. Some of these are just too big, some of them are too small, and some are just perfect. And once I start putting them on my tree will let me know. Look at that. These are beautiful colors for my tree. They will all fit lovely. I like it because they're all random. Oh, I don't like that one. But they're all natural beads, and the colors will look beautiful on my leaves for my branches. I will not be working outside, assembling my branches outside of my hoop. Instead, we're going to work right on it, and we'll be adding in branches as we go because of the rustic nature I want this tree to be. It's not going to be even. It's not going to be counting, and I'm going to try and stay away from that a little bit. But I also need to stay true to my style and just have fun doing what I love to do. So I just started this about an hour before I started recording. That one has a little hole. I should have a container where I can just, the ones that are not feasible for any project that have like a small hole or a sliver of a hole, I should be just tossing them to the side, but you know what? Not today. Maybe next time. I like that. That's going to look beautiful. I have a lot of crystals in here, as you can see, and a lot of seed beads. You might not be able to tell, but these are really in good shape. Crystals, they don't go bad. They just don't spoil, and neither do the natural beads. Look at how beauty. They're beautiful. And I don't mind picking through them because it lets me determine what I want on my tree and customize it to the way I see it. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Look at that. The way I see it in my mind. Or the way, no, I don't really see this one yet in my mind. I have an idea of how I'd like to make it look. Like I said, I did make one in a real grapevine wreath, which was a fun project, but guys, go to the playlist. It was messy. Messy, I mean messy dirty. My poor workspace. Oh my goodness. I had broken vine everywhere. Just pieces. The project came out beautiful. And I did not have it for long. The truth of the matter is, once I started it, and I started filming and recording, that was already taken. That was already promised to. So I sold that before I even got halfway through. And then I made another one. I don't know if I filmed both. Actually, I did. I did film both. And I got the vines on Amazon. And they came in 2 different sizes. So if you can't get to your local craft shop, go on Amazon. I'm not going to go looking for that, but you can just do a search for a grapevine, a natural grapevine wreath, and they do come in all different sizes. I believe I did a smaller, oh, I like this one. I did a small one and a larger one, and they were not expensive. Well, I don't know what they're going to be now, but everything's expensive now. That's why I'm so lucky that I have saved all these beads, because I have something to fall back on and keep my hands busy and share. I'm thinking about making some bird nests in here. I've got the little silver birds. I just have to put a coating over them so that they don't tarnish. Get some white beads and make little bird eggs. I was thinking about putting some lights around my frame after I get it done. Some fairy lights. You wouldn't even be able to see them. I did a big rustic tree of life with fairy lights, and it's in the playlists. And it's in the shorts as well. And I was going to take them off, and I was told, no, leave them on. So I left them on. And I really, really loved that particular tree. And I said I was going to keep that one for me. It was big, but I have to say, it didn't last. The person that bought the grapevine wreath bought that one too. So, they now reside in a different state. Not too far from where I live. And I don't know personally the person that I sold them to. Only that this person has bought stuff from my Etsy shop in the past and then started watching my channel. And has bought things custom, as well as put in, a little, that one's mine, before I even finish it, which is really nice. It's a nice feeling. I think that his style is more rustic than my traditional, my style. That's more novelty, and his style is very rustic. So that's why he got the grapevine wreath and the big rustic tree. So it's a woodsy look instead of the pretty novelty sun catcher. But I'm still going to put some crystals in there. Maybe some seed beads as well. No, I'm not going to stick around too much longer. I just wanted to share with you how I'm preparing for the next project that I will share with you just for fun. So with that, let me pick up this one because I want that one. I'll take this one too. Once I get them in my hands, it's hard for me to put them down. Look how pretty is that. So once again, this will be the grapevine, rustic, beautiful, heart-shaped tree of life. And these are the selected chosen beads. And I will add the rest of these so that you can see what I decided to add. And of course I do have, well, I have this other container full of greens I can pick through. I do have light green. I don't think that matches. I do have many dark green, different colors. I could throw a few of those. I'm not thinking about that right now. Right now, I just want to show you what I've picked up in the 20 so minutes that I've been here with you, so that you get a vibe of what I'm going for. Let's see. I'm just going to slide them off, and then we'll look at them together. I'm going to dump it out so you can actually see, and tell me what you think. Oh, I love the different colors and sizes and shapes. Let's see if we can get them all off on this last pass. There we go. Now, let's look at this beautiful frame without that wire. Once again, I'm going to need to take out my big, round, flat board to work on this. And this is the vibe. And this is the color. How beautiful do you think this is going to be? I think it's going to be gorgeous. Let me know what you think. Bye, guys.